State Department officials say they have revoked more than 100,000 visas since President Trump took office last year. The leading causes for the revocations were overstays, driving under the influence, assault, and theft. A State Department spokesman says the revocations mark a 150% increase from 2024.
Certainly won't be going to Greenland anytime soon, won't they? With Trump's plan to, take it over and considering paying Greenland residents each thousands of dollars as part of a bid to encourage them to secede from Denmark and become part of the US, according to Reuters. The figures range from $10,000 American to $100,000, according to the report. And there's a population, I think, in Greenland of roughly 57,000. So I guess that cost would add up to about $6 billion if they were to take up Mr. Trump's offer. But he's not been shy about wanting to take control of Greenland for many, many years. But as soon as there's sort of this story about cash coming in and buying an island and bribing people start getting upset about it. But I'd be interested to know, the authorities of Greenland are saying no, absolutely not, and Denmark is saying absolutely not, you're not getting your hands on Greenland. But what about the average citizen? What would they actually think about Trump coming in and taking over and being part of the US? I wonder. I have not heard a lot about that.
I would have thought if there's an offer of 150,000 Australian dollars, 100 US, sitting on the table, it'd be a pretty enticing offer to say, sure, let the US have the joint. Because, of course, the reason he wants it, and as he points out, the reason that others might want it, is because it has vast minerals and resources. And so Trump is simply saying, well, I think the US should have it instead of other global powers. Here he is.
If we don't take Greenland, Russia or China will, and I'm not letting that happen. If we don't take Greenland, Russia or China will take Greenland, and I am not going to let that happen.
Is there any deal they can offer you?
Yeah, sure, I'd love to make a deal with them. It's easier. But one way or the other, we're going to have Greenland.
But see, and he says one way or another, which does open it up to the possibility of militarily doing something if he felt the need. I don't think he could, because it would, all hell would break loose. But that is how China or Russia would take it if they were going to do it. If there is a more peaceful way to do it, and the people of Greenland are on board, that is the biggest thing here. If they're on board, what's to stop them?
Well, it's interesting though, because the US is already sort of a protectorate of Greenland already. They have military bases there. They're actually allowed under the agreement with Greenland to have as many military bases as they want. So it really does have to be about the minerals, as opposed to saying this is about a strategic defence position, because the US basically already has those rights to go in and do whatever it wants to do on Greenland when it comes to defence, and obviously as part of the NATO program. So $6 billion is probably pretty cheap for them when you think about it, though, because if you're starting to put boots on the ground anywhere, it's going to cost them more than that. You see all the defence experts come out and everything's multiples of billions of dollars. So, I just think it's got to be about the minerals. It can't be just about the defence. So.
Yeah. But
I'm just such a fan of the way Trump is moving all the chess pieces so early on in 2026. It's just the geopolitical moves he's making, I think, are absolutely eye-watering.
Oh yeah, but those minerals, critical minerals and rare earths and stuff, are themselves essential to modern warfare, which is a large part of why you want them as well.